Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to go ahead and set up my February budget. It's officially February. Today is the 1st. Today I had a payday and I had my rent due. And sorry if you can hear Bean on the side. She loves to come and just get the zoomies and act all crazy as soon as that camera goes on. But anywho, today what I'm going to go ahead and do is put everything that I noted down here into a budget. So I can see what is it that I need to pay numerically, like the value of it that needs to go into all of this for the entire month, and include all the side notes that I made over here. Now I do have to note that I also have two co-pays that I'll have. One would be on the 8th and another one will be on the 23rd if they happen. So I need to ensure that I budget in two co-pays since I have not started a medical fund. So two co-pays I need to add on here as notes to include in my budget. So now that I have all of that set up and all that note annotated, I'm going to go ahead and come over here and just set up my monthly plan, which is what I'm going to call it. And if you guys are new to the channel, hi, my name is Erika. I'm 28. I was recently debt-free. However, student loans and furnishing my apartment got me back into debt. However, I am very cautious of it. I have a plan and I'm going to get through it. I'm like, student loans will keep piling up and I'm perfectly okay with it. But at least now I know the value of paying student loans while you're in school, and then also knowing how much you actually need to take out instead of what I was advised when I was in high school, which was take everything that is offered. So yeah, my debt-free journey has taught me some things that I should have tried to have more together when I was younger. However, life comes at you in learning lessons. So here's the wisdom that I learned throughout my years. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and put the types of income that I will be receiving this month. So for those who are curious, I am self-employed, and what that means is I seldomly rely on the income that my sticker shop and my links and YouTube revenue provide to survive in the month. So that is literally my main source of dependency. And that is all for Erika Life Vlogs. Next, something that I do use that comes in is workers' comp. However, I don't rely on it because it's so complicated. So I'm going to go ahead and put workers' comp here since it does come in. And that I mainly use is to throw at savings for all I know. So those are the only revenues that I receive within the month. However, I will put like a miscellaneous just in case, or like a rollover, since I am rolling over some income into this month that I will use for the first week of the month. Sounds complicated, I know, but that's how life goes. Since this is all varied, I don't actually expect to have a number. However, I will forecast what I need for an income to specify or to, you know, survive in the month. So I'm going to go ahead and block that off. Now that we're no longer talking about income, I'm going to go ahead and start with the bills. And the bills is everything that I wrote down here. Everything that's laid down on this calendar are my bills. So I'm going to take this little baby here and put bills right there. Now, if you're interested, this is an Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner. I'll have it linked down below. If this is your first time purchasing from Erin Condren, you do get $10 off your first purchase if you use my referral link and you sign up for their program. to become an EC Insider. And then all the stickers that you guys see here are from my shop, erikalifevlogs.com, and I'll have it linked down below in case you're interested. And these work for the Erin Condren 7x9 and the A5 plum paper, and they are on removable matte sticker paper. Since I just recently changed, if you are interested why, I'll leave the link to my vlog up in the corner above. So yeah, so the first thing that I have to pay is my rent. However, this rent is more considered savings for me because this rent is not what I paid here. This rent was already saved. The rent that I have to save for is for the month of March. So I'm saving March's rent here, and that is, I'm gonna put here so we're not confused. This is $1,350, and that is all by myself. If you guys are interested, I think I said it, I'm 28, I live alone, and I am in the city of LA, currently going to college to redirect my career path. So yeah, that's what's going on. Next, we have, the next bill that I have is my IKEA project card, and that is the credit card that I used to furnish my apartment, and that minimum is $35. However, if you guys know anything about my debt-free journey, you guys do know that I do the Snowball method. So since that is the smallest debt that I have, which is currently $401.35, that will be my main target to pay off. Next, I do have one subscription, and that is Spotify. And since I am a student, I do have Spotify Student, which is $4.99 a month. After that, I have to take care of my health benefits, and these are provided through my job that I'm under workers' comp. Since I'm still under them, I still pay for my insurance, and I have Kaiser, and last month it was $138.82, which should be the new premium for 2022. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it as that. If there's no change, and hopefully it'll be like that for the rest of the year. If there is, we'll adjust probably in May. Next, I believe I have my natural gas. This is what pays for the heat stove, and I believe that's $8.14. But let me just take it the calendar. Yeah, $8.14. Next, since I literally forgot, we have my phone bill. This has been a solid number for all the years I've already had my phone bill with Spectrum, and that is $57. Funny story, or not so funny to be honest. Yesterday, I lost my phone at Kaiser. I was getting blood work done, and I left it on the napkin dispenser. Yeah. And I walked out, and I realized that I didn't have my phone when I was halfway going back to school because I had lecture, and I couldn't miss lectures, so I had to make the decision to not turn back with heavy traffic and just keep going to school and pray to Jesus that someone would have kept it and turned it in, and then after class I would have gone back to get it. I was blessed enough that the staff found it and the staff kept it, and I went back and I grabbed it, which killed two birds with one stone because I still had to go to the pharmacy. But yeah, if not, that was the only thing of why I wasn't like having a total meltdown. I was like, I have insurance on it. So my phone bill is $45. However, I think I paid like $13 for insurance. So if I would have lost or someone would have stolen, like just, you know, kept it, I would just put in a claim and get it replaced for like a small fee. So yeah, I was really happy I didn't have to go through all of that. Anywho, after that, I do have one other subscription, and that is for Orange Theory, and that is the gym. I'm in that horrible loop of not going in to cancel my subscription or lowering it. I'm back in school full time. I have to deal with my shop and whatnot, appointments, and I just don't have the time to be going to the gym unlimited. So I need to downgrade this subscription because it's $179, unlimited classes, whatever, but I need to bring it back down to like maybe 4 or 6 classes in the month, or pay as I go because this is not working out anymore. So, and this is how they get you. You know, you have to personally go in there and tell them to stop it, but it never does. It never does. Anywho, electricity is next, and I just received my bill, I believe yesterday, so I did annotate it down here, and my electricity is for $54.74, and then right after I have to pay my car insurance. So my car insurance I think won't change until May either, and that's at $133.90. Now Bean is deciding to get on my desk, so if you hear her, you see the camera shaking, that is all her needing attention. And last but not least, I have my internet. And I only put this on here because this just gets paid through my business. But I put it on here because this is the only bill that I manually go in and pay because I have to pay attention to this statement because I've gotten gypped in the past of, you know, getting all these charges. And I'm like, what are they for? Like, why are you guys charging me all of this? To the point like they're like, oh, we actually, that was a mistake on our part, so they would refund me. But it was just so much back and forth. And then not only that, the refund was credit to my bill, so that was always annoying. So anyhow, those are all the entirety of my bills. So for this month, my bills consist of a total of $2,039.58. So that is how much my bills will consist of this month. And God, that seems like a whole lot compared to what I was used to. Man, I'm really feeling the effects of freaking inflation, I swear. Anywho, now we're going to move on to cash envelopes. And this is basically, oh, there it is. And this is basically when I get paid and I give myself allowances for these categories. So on here, I do have 2 cash stuffings. So I will give myself allowances again on the 8th and on the 22nd. And those will be for the categories of groceries, gasoline, spending. Now I will have like an unbudgeted section, but that's just in case something comes up that I was just not aware of and I had to take it out of somewhere. So those are the only categories that I go ahead and separately transfer out into its own personal checking account. And for the month, each of these categories, groceries gets 150 for the entire month. Gasoline gets 100. This might have to start being bumped up since I will be going to in-person class. Who knows? It's still nearby, but I never know. And I believe spending is 320, but let me make sure. 160 times 2. Yeah, 320. And of course, unbudgeted is just a placeholder. I never know if I'll meet anything. So I do 320 plus 100 plus 150. $570 is what I live off of for food and transportation. So yeah, that is what that area consists of. Then we have the miscellaneous category, and that is for all the itty bitty gritty stuff that is happening through the month that I may or may not be able to fund. So for that, we have birthdays. I have 2 birthdays, and I literally only want to allocate $100 for this area. I got a niece who's like 5, about to be 6, and then my mom. And I'm like, but I gotta put me first, you guys. I gotta put me first because this is my birthday month too. So I gotta put me first. What that means is I'm gonna go ahead and fund Disneyland. That's gonna get the most attention. Now I am planning to use my spending allowance, but I never know with how Disneyland goes. But I know I do have to pay for parking, at least that much I do know. And parking right now at Disneyland is $35. And then I know coffee and breakfast will probably cost me another $30. And if I might want something else, I'm gonna go ahead and do another $30. So about $95. So I'm gonna do $100 as well for Disneyland. Let's hope it's not. I'm hoping that, I swear to God, every time I think that I'm going to Disneyland, that I'm going to be like, okay, we're going to eat Starbucks and McDonald's before we get there. And then for lunch, we're going to have like something small, nothing more than 20 bucks. But then like the shops always get me, souvenirs and pins always get me. So I'm just prepping for that, you guys. I'm just prepping for that. Anywho, what were the other things that I mentioned on here? A parking permit. Jesus. Parking permit. I know for sure I'm going to do the 30-day one because it usually seems the least. And I think this one's 125. I can be wrong, but I think it's around that. I know I have 2 copays that I have to allocate for. And since those are $25 each, there's going to be a $50 situation. And if I need medication, that'll be $10 each. So I should say 70 instead, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe that out because I'm probably going to need medication for my surgery if I get it done with them. But I just want to be on the safe side. So I'm going to go ahead and put just 70. Oh, come on, white out. And then the last thing I said was debt payments. So debt payments. So this is my debt snowball. And basically I want to pay $135 at my student loan as a minimum payment. But that'll be like a snowball technically. And then I do want to throw something, you know, at my sinking fund. So this is the hard part, you guys, when I have to keep adding and I'm like, ooh, it's getting intense over here, you know? I'm going to do 135 to my debt because I do want to start just paying that student loan, but we'll figure it out. If not, I'll throw it at my credit card to get that out of the way. Like I said, debt snowball. But I do have sinking funds, which is Yaya's dress, and this is a solid 110. And then my vacation trip 1, which needs all the intention in the world. And this would be, I'm hoping a minimum of 100 too. You guys don't question me. This budget is real right now. Jesus. So, yeah, this is a whole lot of everything. This category is huge. It's fine. And you got goals and you have a plan, you can obtain anything you want. Just gotta put the effort in. So, effort to me is new releases, more content, less spending. Anyway, for this category, you got $200 already up front. This is a category that wants $740. Now, the great thing about this miscellaneous category is that I don't have to do any of this if I don't want to. These are necessary for my living. This is optional. That's why it's called miscellaneous. So the first thing that I can do when I start seeing my income not matching up to these expenses, I can just hack away of something that I don't want. Usually, I would go ahead and make sure that, you know, birthdays would not be that important to me to fund, so that would be my first thing to go. I would probably just cut Disneyland by half. As long as I'm paying for parking, I'm good, honey, I'm good. Plus, I never know if I'm going to get like birthday money, so that could also fund this area, get me. Parking permit would be a must. Like, I have to go and park unless I start taking the bus, which I can. However, currently with the bus schedule, they don't run all day. So I'm like, oh, okay. This sinking fund for the dress could be hacked away. Not so much the vacation, and then the debt payment is something that I'm wishful for, but I don't have to throw all that amount. So if you guys ever wonder how to go back and forth with your budget, that's how I do it. So anyway, now let's break up this entire scenario down. So we got my income, which I have no clue what it's gonna be. Then we got my bills and the expenses that go along with my living costs, my cash envelopes, which I live off of, food, transportation, all that good stuff. And then we got my miscellaneous category. which is the most, whew, she look intimidating over here. But anyhow, put that down here. And we're gonna make our lines. They're looking beautiful. So since I don't know what the income will be, I do know that my bills will be $2,039.58. I know my cash envelopes will need $570. So I at least, at this point in my life, in February, need to make about $2,600 to survive. Now, if I go ahead and add all of the goals and aspirations that I think I want to accomplish this month, I will then have to bump up my income to a total of $3,349.58 to have all of this accomplished. So my goal this month is to make at least $3,400. Is it doable? Hell yeah. Am I gonna do it? Who knows? Will I try? Hell yeah. And that is how my month will look at a glance. That is what I'm hoping to accomplish. That is what the main course of February might look like. So we're gonna see how it goes. And wish me luck. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite part of budgeting or the thing you hate the most about budgeting. And yeah, here's to a new debt-free journey and a new 2022 month. We survived January. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching and catch you in my next one. Bye!